70.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back to throw now on first down.
Checks this down to Sampson.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Come on. Hey, Cougar 19.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Let's go. Crack on 80.
Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd and 9 now. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. Warriors 70. Ready.
He'll drop to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. 60 Maverick. Here we go.
They'll set up to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
18 Cardinal. Top low 18. 79 Broncos.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. This from 44 yards away. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead.
All in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers are...
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visiting Steelers who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Pittsburgh.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Out to the flat here for Johnson.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
The Steelers at 6-2 to start play. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd and 6.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They'll look to throw again.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. You look at this Browns defense.
They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
They'll give up the middle to Johnson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
To throw is Howard from the gun on 3rd down. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
18 Radley. Go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And spins away. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Dylan Sampson,
72 yards.
And the Browns are able to move back in front.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7.
Steelers 7.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Pushing his way through.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
29-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Well, he tries to give it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
That'll be complete to Sampson.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and
60 Maverick. Ready? Pablo 18. Mustang 19.
They'll look to throw here.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from the guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They're going to look to throw.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what we...
Now a hit and a loose football.
recovered by the receiving team.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Looking to throw. Howard.
To the right side, hauled in by McMillan. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
Back to throw. Howard. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Here's Daniel Whelan now.
Back deep is Tyreek Hill. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 3rd.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what
Put
you
your
do
foot on
best.
the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
They brought the house that time on a young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Up the middle, Johnson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down route. He gets maybe 3.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Johnson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Looking to throw. Howard. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo.
From the left hash, this from 53 yards out.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now back to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Tyreek Hill's got another one.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. 2nd and a couple.
At the 46-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll take this and run. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
He'll get this into the hands of Sampson.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
It's a gain of 32.
Give him 32 on the play.
That's another Browns 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They'll throw now on the final play.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st half.
That's it for the 1st half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
26-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go
dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Sampson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Complete to Olave on the out route.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Chris Olave.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd down and 9.
Back to throw. Howard.
This is caught by McMillan.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
It's a gain of 3.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Howard from the gun on 3rd down.
They'll find McMillan here. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Back to throw again. This is caught at the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf with career touchdown number 162, tying him with LaDainian Tomlinson for third place all time. And the Steelers have cut it back within a score. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal.
Younghoe Koo is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot. And he is going to have the Browns 1st down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Browns 1st down. 2 yards on the play. 1st down, Cleveland.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
He lets it go deep for Olave.
And it is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Chris Olave.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Browns are able to widen their advantage.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Here's Howard throwing to start the drive.
That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
It's a gain of 11.
The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Back to throw now on first down.
They'll check this down to Johnson.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Two yards to go, second down.
Looking to throw.
Howard. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Now a short pass pulled in by Washington.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Yeah, to put it mildly, we look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
He'll swing this out to Sampson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
And the Browns first down. It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Browns first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They'll look to throw.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
31 yards.
That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a up the middle. Sampson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible to something a little more advantageous.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
This is 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Washington's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, they're not going to go quietly. That's a big play right there. 2 scores down. They're not out of this, but they've got to move.
46-yard line.
Howard now. From the gun, he'll throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Kalijah Kancey in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now.
Back to throw. Howard. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is.
Now Howard operating from the gun. This is caught. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Steelers 24. Younghoe Koo.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That'll be complete to Sampson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
At the 42-yard line.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
42-yard line.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
3rd and 9 here. Now a give, right side. Sampson. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
I love the look you just gave me, because I know what you're thinking. If you're going to run towards the perimeter, you better either stay in bounds or get the first down, or both. He did neither.
Imagine the looks he's getting right now from his team, from his coaches. They go over those scenarios all the time, and as you said, he did neither.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
And I'm not sure if he got a little sloppy with his mechanics or just put too much juice on the snap. But either way, this one ends up out of the punter's reach. And now it's up to their defense to bail them out.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining, boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
It's complete, and this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Howell. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time is run out now on this game.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Cleveland,
they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule.
and they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll be